Why do blogs make it so hard to find the recipe? Just put the recipe first, and then if we like you, we'll read the rest. Hello, I hope I'm in focus. Finally. So Karolyn's birthday is soon, and I want to make her some really fun personal stuff. So one of those things is I'm going to be trying to make her favorite candy bar, I think it's her favorite, is Matcha KitKats. And it sounds hard, but I looked up just how to make a KitKat at home, and I only needed 2 ingredients. So I think it's going to be okay. I mean, we'll see. If you know me, you know I'm not a cook or a chef by any means, so this could be disastrous. We'll see. I'm also going to be making her these pet portraits, which I've been wanting to do for so long, and I'm starting to work on some for my sister, so it's perfect timing. So I'll be making that for her also. But I already filmed that. I'm filming this after, so it's already done. And there it is. Look at it. It's her kitties. So I will link all the recipes that I got inspired or got ratios based off of in the description, yada yada. So the original recipe for just the DIY KitKats at your house calls for 1 bag of the vanilla cream wafer cookies and 12 ounces of chocolate. Well, I did not disappoint. I got the vanilla and I got the chocolate because I want to try both. So I got that, and then I got 2 bags of white chocolate chips. My store didn't have the break apart kind, but whatever. And then I have matcha. And I already had this stuff. I like drinking bougie matcha iced latte drinks. It's the only thing bougie I drink, I swear. I just drink coffee and water other than that. But yeah, so I ordered this off Amazon. I guess I could link that too. Cool. Let's try to do this. Why I think I got so much white chocolate is because a recipe I found to see the matcha to white chocolate ratio, it was off of 1 pound of white chocolate, and it called for 1 teaspoon of matcha powder. So I'm going to start with that ratio, so I don't want it to be too overpowering. So the first thing I'm going to do is melt down the white chocolate, and then I'm going to add a teaspoon of matcha powder to the melted chocolate, and I'm going to use a rubber spatula and just stir it up as much as I can until it is smooth. Apparently that works. I haven't done it yet. We will find out. And apparently all you have to do is take your wafer cookie, dip it in the chocolate, let all the excess chocolate drip off, and then you just put it on a piece of parchment paper. But if you want to temper your chocolate, which I might attempt to do, basically that just means, I think, you keep your chocolate at a certain temperature for a certain period of time and then that keeps your chocolate like harder. So you know, like if you pick up a Snickers and you take a bite and you put it down, you don't have chocolate all over your fingers. But if you do that with, I don't know, cookies you made at home or something, you got chocolate all over your fingers. It just keeps it, makes it hard apparently. I don't know. I'm not a chef. Apparently this is what happens. So I'm gonna go try to melt some chocolate. Oh yay, it's starting to melt. I'm just gonna do this until it's all melted. So I messed it up. So apparently chocolate does this thing called seizing, where if any other substance comes in contact with the chocolate while it's melting, it will seize or harden. So I put both of my bags of white chocolate in my double broiler, and I was stirring away. It was looking beautiful. So as predicted, not everything's going perfectly. So this is where it's at right now. My chocolate seized, and then I added water to it, a little bit of boiling water, like the lovely lady on YouTube said, and it just turned to this. So I have a little bit more. Hopefully I won't mess that up either. I managed to get some of the chocolate wafers. They couldn't really be dunked because it was really thick. So I got some of those done. And during this time I'm checking under my bowl of my double broiler to make sure it's not going to boil over, right? So it could have been that. It could have been water, a little bit of water from my spatula after I washed it. It could have been really anything that made my chocolate seize. But it did. So this is all the white chocolate I have in my house. This tiny little bit. So the plan has changed a little bit. We will not be making as many as I thought we were. I'm going to melt this in the double broiler, making sure that everything has no water on it whatsoever right now. My double broiler is just going, hopefully, just evaporating any water that's in that bowl. I'm going to add this. I'm not going to lift the double broiler to look at the water. And I'm going to melt my chocolate, and then I'm going to add my matcha really quickly. And I hope this works, or I'm going to be really frustrated. And also, the dunking, yeah, the dunking does not work. Maybe because I have tainted chocolate. But I saw this one thing where they used like a Ziploc bag to like pipe it. I'm thinking about that. I don't know yet. Wish me luck. Oh, melting instructions. I don't do the microwave. Double broiler. Over hot, not boiling water. Okay. When morsels are almost melted, some pieces of morsels should be visible. Remove from stove and stir well until smooth. I kept it on the heat too long. Oh. Okay. After it's almost all melted, I'll take it off the heat and continue stirring, and then add the matcha. Okay. Okay, guys. Moment of truth. I'm only gonna put in like half a teaspoon. Okay. That looks like a good color. Oh wow, okay, that's really good. It's funny because I actually thought these would look like smooth and professional when I was imagining what this was going to look like in my head. Definitely not this. But it tastes really good, so I guess that's all that really matters. Got a vanilla and a chocolate. Okay, that hardened very fast. Okay, well I had enough for 2 bars, so I'm gonna go pop them in the freezer. Okay, I guess tea time. So that ended up going pretty good. I feel pretty good about it. I wish I had gotten them to be smoother, but it is what it is. I literally was down to, you saw how much was left, like nothing. But I'm glad I got 2 bars out of it. So before the whole white chalk, the whole first batch of seized chocolate, I was able to get some of the chocolate wafers and just the plain white chocolate to try that. And I have the bar right here. It was very sloppy because I wanted to just hurry up and get it done. I've already tried a separate one and it tastes really good. It tastes like a cookies and cream KitKat. So I want to see the break test and see if it breaks like a KitKat does, because that's what I intended. Okay, so originally I was intending on dipping each one in chocolate, and then I was planning on just laying them next to each other on the piece of parchment so the oozing chocolate touch from one to the next, and that's how they would connect, but that didn't work. So you saw how I ended up doing it, so I want to see if it'll break. Let's see. Well, it kind of broke. It kind of broke in half, so I wonder if I should go draw little lines on the one that's in there. It's weird, it almost looks pink in there. Almost looks like red velvet, even though this is just chocolate. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go down each in between, oh no, in between these and draw a line. So maybe it'll be easier to break. Okay, well, we'll see if that helps at all. Oh yeah. Ooh. Now I'm going to try to figure out how to I want to make a KitKat looking package for it to be in, so she opens it and it looks like a KitKat. So, first I'm going to look at the KitKat packaging and see what it looks like. I know it's red, so I might do mine green. Okay, so it's just a red package, but I'm going to make it green. Can I make it punny with Karolyn's name? Karolyn. No. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, it's generally just 4 KitKat bars in a sealed plastic package. So how am I going to do this? I only have parchment paper. I don't have aluminum foil or anything else. Construction paper and such. Let me see if I have green. And maybe I can do... Ooh, I could hot glue the ends of the parchment paper and then make just like a sleeve that I could fit it in that has... I'm gonna try that. I found 2 different kinds of green construction paper that I'm going to be using. So I will probably need to measure my KitKats, see how big and wide they are, so I know how big to make my sleeve. These things are dangerously good. These KitKats are gonna be really good. To do this, you're gonna need a hot glue gun, some paper, some parchment paper, and your KitKats. So I'm going to measure these somehow. I don't know if I have a ruler, of course. So this parchment paper has grid lines on it, so I'll use that. Before I start this, I'm going to cut my edges. Try to make them. So it kind of appears like I tempered my chocolate, but I don't think I did, because I looked it up and the interwebs said that for white chocolate it needs to stay at temperatures between like 84 and 86 degrees, and the lowest, this one, the lowest setting of my oven or stove, it was like 90 something degrees. So I just don't think I have the right equipment for it, but that being said, it's pretty hard. Like, yeah, it was in the freezer, but like, it's about down to room temperature and it still feels good, so maybe I did it without even knowing I did it. Okay. I'm gonna like sleeve funnel wrap it somehow. I'm going to hot glue this together in the middle, and then I'll trim the ends or see what I'm going to do about the ends. Oh, okay, it's ready. I'll just do a little. So originally I was thinking that I would just trim them short and then put hot glue on the inside of it and push it down. So I'm going to add a little bit more hot glue to both of those sides. Oh no! The hot glue's not sticking. Is it because it's parchment paper? It's not sticking. Because parchment paper is non-stick. Shoot. Okay. New plan. I'm going to do everything with the construction paper, but I'm still going to make like a little sleeve thing for this because I don't want the candy bar directly touching the paper. This is gonna some ways. Okay. And one on end of the candy bar. I'm going to trim a little bit off the sides, and then I'm going to put hot glue in it, pinch it shut. So I have it in there like that far. Hope you can see. I'm just going to put hot glue all in the crease, and then I'm going to pinch it. See, there's the flap, so I'm gonna have to go in and do that. Also, okay, it kind of looks like a sealed edge, right? Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. And then I'm just gonna trim up this edge. And there we go. Okay. I am actually very happy with how this turned out. And then I'm just gonna make my logo on another piece of paper, whatever, and then I'll glue it onto the front of that. But cool. So there's the first one. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so I have some scrap coloring paper. What do you call this? I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the light one on the dark one and the dark one on the light one. So let's see. Oh, perfect. Perfect.